Hey guys, this is SH here, and today I'm gonna be doing something different other than posting my daily videos. So as many of you guys may know, I started my channel last week and I started posting my daily videos since then, and I also had a lot of fun making it. But now I just realized that no one was watching it whatsoever. I got like 5 or 10 views per videos, which means no one watched it. Maybe they clicked it accidentally to my videos and switched to other videos, like they disliked my videos because it was just not good. So now I just didn't feel like making any videos anymore. So today I was just about to announce to you guys that I'm not gonna posting any videos from now on, but this article changed my mind. So I was searching on the internet and I came up with this article, and it's called A Quality versus a Quantity. So I just want to read it out loud to you guys so you guys know how I feel about this channel. So here it is. Over and over again, I see the debate come up. What is more important, quality or quantity? Is it that simple though? Can we really narrow this question down to one or the other? In recent years, it seems like many people would have you believe it is that simple. They refer to quotes such as, if you want to run fast, you have to run fast, and say that race performances are dependent on quality and quantity is not important. They frequently talk about junk miles, as if anything isn't hard today is useless. Interestingly, it seems as if the mileage junkies, as some of these people like to term high volume runners, don't take the same kind of angle. I can't think of one high volume competitive runner who has done high volume training to the exclusion of quality workouts, or one high volume prophet who has stated that quality done at the right time is not an important aspect of training for competition. I can, however, think of many high intensity runners who have done high intensity to the exclusion of aerobic conditioning, and also many people who have high volume training is unimportant. Some who even say it is detrimental. If you're interested in maximizing your performance potential, you have to consider all the variables that go into your performance. Just like a race car mechanic, it doesn't matter how good the tires of the car are if the engine has no power. It doesn't matter how powerful the engine is if the drivetrain can't handle that power. It doesn't matter how strong the drivetrain is if the tires can't hold up at high speeds. For a runner, it doesn't matter what speed you have if you don't have the aerobic capacity to run at a high effort level for the duration of a race. It doesn't matter what your aerobic capacity is if your muscles do not have the strength and stamina to go to the distance. It doesn't matter what strength and stamina you have if you don't have the speed to turn it into a fast race pace. With any piece of running puzzle missing, you're not a complete racer and you will not perform up to your highest potential. So how do you get all the components needed? By mixing the right amounts of both quality and quantity at the right times. This comes back to periodization, which I've already discussed in another article. But in terms of this article, it means finding the right balance of quality and quantity. In this way, quality and quantity are not opposing forces. As a matter of fact, if you don't view them as opposing forces, you can bring them together to work as a pair of complementary forces, pushing you to whole new levels of running performance. The obvious question that comes up next is how to find the right balance of these two powerful forces. Well, if you have been reading popular magazines and websites over the past decade, the first step is to forget everything you have read. Go back to the drawing board and relearn the basics of training for competitive distance running. The first rule of distance running is that you have to be able to cover a distance or even further comfortably before you can race the distance. This means base training. Run a lot of miles and become real comfortable with running the distance and longer. This is the basis for everything that comes later, and this is where quantity is the focus. After at least a few months of this, you should be comfortable covering your race distance. Further, if your goal race is on the shorter end of the spectrum, and maybe a little shorter for the real long races, and your base should be pretty well established. At this point, you can maintain your base while establishing the speed needed to race the distance. This is where quality becomes a driving factor in your training plan. you are prepared to cover the distance, you can now maintain that by maintaining at least some of your quantity, and now focus on building the quality to push yourself to speeds that you have never been capable of reaching before. The final result is being able to run a fast pace thanks to the quality, and being able to maintain that fast pace of all the way through your race without hitting the wall thanks to the quantity. Obviously, this is simplifying a well thought out of training plan quite a bit, but it points out how both quantity and quality are needed in order to reach the optimal performance. A lot of people will tell you that high volume will detract from your speed workouts, which will hurt your race performances. But don't buy into this. It may be the case if you are doing more than your body can handle. Likely in terms of running too fast, but possibly in terms of running too far. On your recovery days, however, I can tell you from experiences, and I could find many others who could share similar experiences, that my best workouts came during my highest volume periods of training. During 2002, my highest volume period of training ever at that time, I was doing workouts that were blowing my mind. I was running repeats at 10 to 20 seconds per mile faster than I had ever previously been capable of doing on lower volume training. Why? Because instead of beating my head against the wall with more and more intensity, I took a step back, found my balance, and gained an incredible amount of fitness by building my base to a level I had never been at before. My high quantity helped fuel the very high quality training, and I did when the time was right, and the combination of the two led to my reaching the highest level of fitness I have ever experienced. If I had excluded either the very high quantity or very high quality I had been doing, I never would have reached the level of fitness, and I did it through a balance of both powerful forces. In the end, if you are looking to perform at your best, it's not about one or the other. You can't ignore or even short one aspect of training if you want to be the best you can be. You need to hone the powers of all aspects of training and bring them together for ultimate fitness. That means you have to go through periods of high volume training, whatever that means for yourself as an individual, as well as periods of lower volume but higher intensity training. If you leave any of the aspects out, or even if you shortchange any of these aspects, you will not perform up to your capabilities. So after reading this article, this got me thinking, so does that mean is my channel a quality video or a quantity video? And I figured out that my channel was a quantity video because I posted videos every single day, and I didn't put a lot of efforts on it. I just wanted more views and likes and subscribers. It was just all my fault. So from now on, I'm gonna make a huge change to my channel. So now I'm not gonna be posting any daily videos anymore. Well, sometimes if I put a lot of efforts into it. So from now on, I just want my videos to be balanced between a quality and a quantity at the same time, so many of the viewers can see my videos and notice that I put a lot of efforts into my video. So guys, I'm really sorry for making this video too long, but I just want to tell my story out loud to you guys, so you guys know what I'm gonna do next and what you guys are expecting for me. Thank you.